Hey yo YouTubers, what's up? It is me, MetaknightXYZ, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This one's actually versus a very cool guy who actually met on the Zap Pokemon Wi-Fi chat box, and this guy's name is PKDJ. He also has a YouTube channel, so I'll link that in the description. Shout out to Beater Gang as well. I mean, you guys are actually pretty damn good trainers, I gotta give you that, and you actually helped me a fair bit, DJ yourself, so thanks. But anyway, let's start with the battle. I'm using my Rain Uber team, so that starts off my Kyogre. He brings in his Ho-Oh, thinking that I was actually going to start off with my Genesect to try and get that Rock Polish speed, but instead, he wants to retreat that Ho-Oh ASAP, so I go for the Rain Boosted Surf, knowing I could do pretty much good damage on anything that he brings in, because like 252 EVs and a special attack stat with the stab Surf, that's going to do good damage. That was a freaking critical hit on a Chansey, holding in a Violite. I'm like, what the hell? How much defense is that? That shit's like hack, nigga. Like, yo, you see that? So instead, I just want to bring in my Ferrothorn and just want to start dealing damage and setting up pretty much. So he wants to bring in his Groudon and start setting up rocks and all that crap. So he sets up rocks. I just want to get rid of that Groudon because I want to win the Weather War. So I'm going to start going for the Power Whip, thinking I can pretty much 2-hit KO Groudon. Because Power Whip is a base 120 move with stab from Ferrothorn, right? And this thing's not really invested in attacks, so yeah, it's more like a bulky, sassy nature one, like more special defense and like little speed. So yeah, he's gonna want to retreat his Groudon and bring his Ho-Oh. Makes the most sense, of course. I was supposed to go to Thunder Wave breaking the Ho-Oh, but I actually bring in something else. So I'm like, when I'm looking back at this, I'm like, oh, okay, it's still a good play by me because I actually recognize with the double switch right over there. So I'm like, okay, that's a good play by me. I'll still give it that. So I'm pretty much gonna go for the Surf again, knowing whatever he's gonna bring in is most likely gonna be the Chansey. I'm like, oh hi Chansey, so he brings that in. Surf doesn't really touch it. There's nothing else I can do. If I set up a Calm Mind, he's just gonna either Toxic me or Thunder Wave, something like that, right? So I know that I just pretty much I know I just gotta start hitting that thing, keep on hitting it. But the only problem that I forgot was that this thing also has Soft Boil. I'm like, oh frig, and that thing is gonna heal all its health right back up like I did nothing. Oh, actually has Wish. Okay, well, just protect me. So yeah, next turn just gonna go for the Protect, and then my attack's not gonna do anything. I had the Rain Boosted Aqua Tail, it was supposed to be a friggin' surprise, but now it's been revealed. So it's like, oh, that would have taken out the Chansey, because Chansey has no defense EVs, and with the stab and like my base like friggin' high power of Origin form Giratina, but sadly that did not follow through. So I'm just gonna go into my Ferrothorn, knowing Power Whip could easily 2-hit to 3-hit KO that Chansey. So I'm just pretty much gonna bring this guy in. I'm gonna want to set up because whenever he wants to bring in, I just want to be able to nullify that, right? So he's gonna go ahead and just switch out his Chansey. He's gonna try and bring back inside his hated friggin' Groudon. And that to me is like, are you friggin' serious? I don't want to see that thing's face right now. So there goes the Drought activated, meaning that his Ho-Oh is gonna be powered up as fuck. My Power Whip misses. That would have fucked Groudon like in the ass, just kill it. But sadly it did not hit. That really pissed me off. But it's alright. I'll just bring in my Kyogre. You know, classic Groudon v Kyogre. But Kyogre has the big advantage here in the rain. And its primary stab attack, well, secondary primary stab attack actually, because Hydro Pump's its main stab. Wait, no, Water Spell, it's actually its tertiary, but anyways, Groudon does not even have Solar Beam on him, and he's more of a physical attacker anyway, so Neptune wasn't really threatened until he had the fucking crit on that Earthquake. I'm like, okay, let's get that shit out of here. Red card, boom, you're out. Arceus brings in. I'm like, are you serious? Why? Arceus, that thing is gonna finish me off with Extreme Speed. If I switch it out, Stealth Rock's gonna do its stuff. But if I was thinking, I could have switched into my Giratina right now, knowing that I could either take the Earthquake if he's having Earthquake on him. I mean, I know he does. Or I could take the Extreme Speed and then I could fodder off my Kyogre later in case he wants to do an attack. I just want to stall him off for one turn, right? But anyways, I know that I can pretty much threaten this thing with a Dark Void, so I'm just going to go for the Dark Void right now and just try and start like killing stuff. So once I get the Dark Void on Groudon, I can start Nasty Plotting and then Dark Pulse Sweep. So I guess there goes Dark Void. It actually looks pretty cool. I think it looks the same in all generations. Well, it looks similar at least. I think there's a time when the Pokemon's actually underground's a bit longer, so I don't know. Maybe that means longer sleep time. But yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna set up a Nasty Plot, he's gonna bring in his whole O, and I'm like, oh shit, man, that thing's gonna have a Beast Sacred Fire or Fire Blast when it's Sun boosted, and most likely Orb. Yeah, in other words, Darkrai is gonna die in 1 or 2 hits, because this thing is like invested in certain stats in like a specific way where I can live certain attacks. So like people like, why the hell don't you just do 252 speed, 252 special attack, 4 HP? I'm like, then what if I get hit by an attack? That's why I would do it like 187 here and like friggin' 120 something, and then, you know, like just spread it out so like you could just live hits. Sadly, I did not live this one because like honestly, Sacred Fire Life Orb boosted from a friggin' Ho-Oh and the Sun with max attack. You're not gonna live that no matter what kind of Darkrai you have. So unless you're like friggin' Calm Minded up or Baton Pass with Cosmic Power. But anyways, I'm just gonna bring in my Extreme Speeder, Swift Sweep, and just get that beautiful Muscle Band boosted stab Extreme Speed from an Adamant Arceus. So there goes Ho-Oh, out of my way, don't me worry, cause everything's okay. So then he brings in his Mewtwo. I'm thinking, okay, all he can either do is a Focus Blast, or a Sphere, or a Stab Psychic, maybe a Side Strike at most. So I'm not really thinking much of this thing. Its Aura Sphere does a shit ton of damage. I'm like, aye, okay, so I just go for the Shadow Claw. Like honestly, I just go for the Shadow Claw, boom, just really hit that Mewtwo decently. As you can tell, this guy is like invested in certain things in just the right way where I can get a 2-hit kill on pretty much everything. Especially if I had the Swords Dance boost on already, then that Mewtwo would have been done. And the next Arceus, and then when he brings in this Arceus, he wouldn't be able to Extreme Speed finish me off. So yeah, anyways, he's gonna go. I know, actually I'm gonna bring in my Giratina, predicting that. Oh, I'm not. I'm actually gonna bring in my Ferrothorn. Oh, makes sense because I want to get in that Iron Barbs. True. And at the same time, I think he's wielding Shadow Claw, so I know that if I brought in my Ferrothorn, that's a good thing. That means that he can't threaten me. If he uses Shadow Claw, he takes damage. Extreme Speed will not do anything. Earthquake, I can live 2 of those, so yeah, that's a good thing I did there. If I went for the freaking Giratina, that Shadow Claw would have killed me so bad. Oh, good thing I was thinking. Okay, so yeah, I bring in my Ferrothorn. I just want to get that Thunder Wave on that bastard, because I do not want him threatening my entire team. He's waved. Not really a threat right now. Alright, so I'm just gonna go for my Protect, try and get my health up, because I don't want that thing to sweep me with the next Earthquake. Wait, no, actually I'm gonna go into my Giratina now, predicting the Levitate. I mean, predicting that Earthquake, that's so obvious. I don't know why I keep on messing up, but sometimes, and like when you watch it, you're like, why don't I do this, or why don't I do that, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of weird at times, but yeah, he goes for the Earthquake, I get the Levitate. Savior little move over there, that's pretty good. I go for the Draco Meteor. This Giratina is not really specially offensive, so I mean, even though it's a stab Draco, it's not gonna be enough to take out the Arceus, sadly. And I think he's gonna get the oh yeah, there goes Giratina. That's why it made me regret. That's why I regret not putting too many special attack EVs into this thing. But it's more like a physical attacker. With the Shadow Sneak, it's pretty much able to like really do a lot of damage. You can do it KO on Mewtwo with a Shadow Sneak. If it's a +1, it will be able to 1-hit KO Mewtwo with no IVs and EVs and defense and HP. So that's pretty good considering it's only a 40 base power. Sadly, when I was recording this, my computer went into a screensaver mode. But anyways, what happens over here is that my Arceus Extreme Speeds his Arceus, then after that he brings in his Kyra and Beast kind of thingy that's mixed up with a Reshiram. I Extreme Speed it, get some good damage before he finishes it off with a Fusion Flare. Then I bring in my Ferrothorn, and then it gets Fusion Flared as well, as you can see. And then it's pretty much gonna shoot my team, because that's all I have left. All I have left is a Genesect pretty much, and Genesect versus the Fusion Flare, it's not gonna work. It's just the end of the match, so yeah, I'm just sorry guys. Sorry you had to watch me lose like this. I just feel so horrible, but at the same time, it's like really the last resort that I have over here is to actually fodder off the Arceus instead of saving it, and then get the Extreme Speed on him so I could actually knock him out with a modest stab Bug Buzz. So that was good over there. I just know that if he doesn't really have any other threats on his team besides that Chansey, and sadly, that is what he has left. If I didn't bring in Ferrothorn and I brought in this thing instead, I could have easily knocked it out with the Bug Buzz. Then bring in my Ferrothorn here, just Power Whip, Leaf Seed, just and that thing totally walls me in practically every way. Bug Buzz is not gonna do much, even with stab. Thunder is not gonna do anything because it's not even gonna friggin' hit. We're in the sun here, 30% chance, and you already know my luck. I get critted and all that stuff, but I'm pretty sure everyone does. And sadly, that has a seismic toss on him, and that's watching her, and that's gonna pretty much be the 2-hit kill on me, because I think Life Orb does enough on me, like, by my own. So yeah, I'm gonna be knocked out by a Chansey, in other words. That's gonna be a pretty memorable match, but if you think of it, if that Chansey never really had an attack, I would be able to stall it out. If it never had an attack, but at the same time as other Pokemon might be able to do stuff, so yeah, that's gonna be the match pretty much. It's my last turn. Let's go for the Thunder. I'm like, you know what, there is a chance that if I get the Thunder and I paralyze the Chansey, and the Chansey wouldn't be able to attack, you know what I'm saying? And then I just have some axe win. That would be funny, but I know it's not gonna happen. At the same time, Life Orb would take my death anyways, just like what happened. So yeah, sadly I lost, but that was a very good match. So yeah, check out his YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description. Shout out to Beater Gang again. You guys are awesome people, all professionals that I hope to get into your group. I just gotta do 10 matches using no entry hazards, and if I win 8 of those, then I will get into your group. So again, YouTubers, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit that sub button with those 2 white guys, because honestly, that's the best thing that you could ever do. Support your bestie, MetaknightXYZ. Peace out.